Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, youth and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. Is 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor? Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery? Why they whitewash our history? Keep dividing is their plan. All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. He's made this country, he's made America a country the rest of the world hates. Donald Trump has turned America into a country the rest of the world hates, despises, wants nothing to do with, laughs at, cries about, disappointed in. Donald Trump's turned America into a bad, ugly place. He's turned America into a place nobody wants to visit. Nobody wants to come here. Nobody wants to work here. Nobody wants to go to school here. Nobody wants to vacation here. Nobody wants to do business with us. Nobody wants to invest in us. And then we read this morning, Trump's trying to get our European allies to help him in his war against Iran. Help him. Bring ships over to the Middle East. Help him get ships, oil tankers through the Straits of Hormuz. He's now calling on our European allies to help him because he's done fucked up in this war of his, driving the price of oil up around the world for everybody. And our European allies are giving him the middle finger. They want nothing to do with him. They don't want to help him. Who can blame our European allies? Trump now on his knees begging our European allies to help him in this mess that he created in his war against Iran, right? No oil tankers are going through. Oil has just stalled and stopped. And Trump now asking Germany and Spain and the UK and all of our allies, help become part of this coalition. And they're telling him no. They want nothing to do with him. Who can blame them? Who can blame our European allies? I mean, Trump, from the beginning of him coming on the public scene, has threatened to get the United States of America out of NATO. Trump's made clear he hates NATO. From the very beginning, Donald Trump, the leader of the free world, has sided with Putin over Ukraine. Starting a year ago, Trump just pounded our European allies with insane tariffs. Why the fuck would Europe want to help him? Trump's turned this country into an ugly, mean, stupid, cruel place. It's not surprising at all that he's going to have to go it alone in this war of choice of his. People want nothing to do with us. MAGA, MAGA. Is that what America first always was? You want the rest of the world just hating America? If that's what you wanted, you got it. You got it. Rest of the world wants nothing to do with us. The rest of the world's turning to China for opportunity, turning to China to invest in. They want nothing to do with us. They don't like us. They don't trust us. I had a conversation over the weekend with a new follower of mine. She's a progressive on the left, and she was talking about this, about how America's a bad place because of Trump. But it's always been kind of a bad place, Joe, she said. Republicans, going all the way back to Reagan, Republicans, Newt Gingrich, the Tea Party. America's never been this great city on a shining hill, Joe. Trump may be the worst, but America's never been a great place, a place for good. And I just respectfully slap back at her. Won't get into it here. America has always been a force for good. America has always been a force for good in this world. America is a force for good in this world. Up until Trump, we were a force for good. Look at everything we've done around the world. Going back to the beginning of this country. My friends on the left got to understand that. They got to understand that America has always been a force for good until Trump. And that believing that America is not a force for good, this good, great, decent country, that Trump may be the worst side of us, Joe, but we've always had this really bad side, right? Believing that and speaking like that is what led to Trump. My friends on the left, it's what turns off so many people in the middle when you just badmouth America from the beginning of time. That's just wrong. And it's politically stupid. This great, good, decent country has always been a force for good until Trump. We are not a force for good right now. We are a force for bad. We are a force for cruelty. America under Trump is a cruel place, an ugly place, an extreme place, a hateful place, a fearful place, a stupid place, an ignorant place, an authoritarian place, a place backed by all the data that nobody around the world wants anything to do with. I didn't mean to start that way. I meant to start with a question. This show this Monday. Why the hell was this guy detained by ICE to begin with? For the umpteenth time, for those of you who have not heard me say this, this right here, this story right here is why Republicans are going to get fucking pounded in November. This story right here is why is why Republicans are going to get pounded in the midterms, why Republicans deserve to get pounded by the midterms. It's videos like this, it's stories like this, it's headlines like this. Keith, give me the headline. 41-year-old. Look at this. Look at this. You want to know why? Everybody out there confused as to why there's going to be a big fucking blue tsunami, a big wave, why so many Americans who really don't like the Democratic Party, doesn't matter. They don't want this. This is not what America is. Why so many people are going to vote in November against every single Republican up and down the ballot. It's because of a story like this. A father of 6 who fought shoulder to shoulder with U.S. troops in Afghanistan for over a decade, by the way. He died Saturday morning, this past Saturday, just hours after he was detained by ICE. 41-year-old father of 6. Keep that up for a sec, Keith. Afghan National. Served alongside our troops in Afghanistan for over a decade. Came to America legally as part of the official evacuation from Afghanistan process, applied for asylum, legally was going through all the proper legal steps to become an American citizen, something he was promised because of his service, putting his life on the line in Afghanistan with our troops for over a decade. He did everything right. Living outside of Dallas, Texas, got 6 kids, got himself a job working at a bakery, deli in the Dallas area, here legally, no criminal history, had a social security number, he had work authorization, he had done everything right following the deal our government promised him because of his service in Afghanistan, and ICE surrounded him this past Friday as he was taking his kids to school. They surrounded him, grabbed him, detained him. By early Saturday morning, he was dead. This young, strong, 41-year-old father of 6 was dead. I don't need to say a word about Trump's illegal, stupid war in Iran that's already killed 13 American heroes. I don't need to say a word about how Donald Trump and his insane wackadoodle tariffs have single-handedly fucked this economy. I don't need to talk about any of that when it comes to these midterms this November. All I've got to do every single day is talk about a story like this, because the vast majority of the American people look at a story like this and they say, Joe, that's not who we are. That must not be who we are. Muhammad Nazir Paktiawal, father of 6, 41 years old, an Afghan national who fought alongside, he was a special forces soldier, put his life on the line constantly, served with our troops in Afghanistan since 2005. Came here legally through the process that our government agreed to, came here legally through the agreement that our government promised people like 41-year-old Muhammad Nazir Paktiwal. ICE grabs him Friday. He's dead within 16 hours in ICE custody. The 12th person who's died in ICE custody this year. There will be, thanks, Keith, an investigation. We can't, you can't, I can't trust a damn thing ICE, these mass federal thugs, say. We can't trust any investigation that they may oversee. But somehow, some way, there's got to be an investigation to find out how this 41-year-old Afghan national in this country legally died. I just come back to my original question. Why the fuck was he detained? Fuck ICE. Fuck Trump. Why the fuck was this 41-year-old father of six detained to begin with? He was in this country legally. My God, our government. By the way, go back to the top. Why the rest of the world hates us, doesn't like us, doesn't trust us, wants nothing to do with us. How about this story, right? We make a promise. We're in Afghanistan for like a gazillion years. A lot of Afghan nationals fight with us, alongside us, put their lives on the line. Many of them die in service to us, with us. And because of that, when we pull out of Afghanistan, finally, 20 years too late, we make an agreement with these people that those who served with us and their families, they can be evacuated to America. And there's a process by which they can live here and become American citizens. They were promised that. And then we break that promise? And immigration thugs detain him, and he's dead within hours? The rest of the world looks at this. What? America broke another fucking promise? Is that what America first is? Hey, MAGA, is that what it is? We fucking break our promises all over the place? Why was he detained? What happened? What the hell kind of care did he get? He was driving his kids to school on Friday. ICE vehicles surrounded him and detained him. His family issued a statement. We don't and can't understand how this happened. He was only 41. He was young and strong. The information we're getting right now, because you know what? ICE doesn't say a lot, and what ICE says is generally a lie. The family says that Muhammad contacted the family from ICE custody late Friday afternoon, hours after he was detained, and he said he wasn't feeling well. There is reporting that he was taken to a hospital later Friday. He died Saturday morning. I want to say one more thing. He came to this country legally. He served this country. The country then promised him haven and citizenship here. So he jumped at that. And he came here legally, followed the official evacuation process legally, applied for asylum legally, made a life for himself in Texas, got himself proper work authorization, had a social security number, was working in a bakery and deli in the Dallas area. He was the sole breadwinner for his 6 kids, the youngest of whom is 18 months old. Now I want to say something. Fuck ICE. Why is Trump and his party going to get fucking spanked in November? Because of ICE. Fuck ICE. ICE issues a statement. ICE issued a statement. Short on details. But ICE did say this. ICE called 41-year-old Muhammad Nazir Paktiwal a criminal, illegal alien. ICE made no mention and has made no mention so far of his service in Afghanistan. None. ICE hasn't said shit about what he did for our troops in Afghanistan. ICE has not said shit yet about how he was brought here legally. ICE lied and called him a criminal, illegal alien. That's our government. That's what our government says about a 41-year-old Afghan who fought alongside our troops for over a decade and was brought here legally, promised safe haven and citizenship. ICE makes no mention of any of that, calls him a criminal, illegal alien. I should add, right? ICE lies all the time. Muhammad Nazir Paktiwal had no criminal record. None. ICE lied again. Somehow, some way, there's going to be an investigation. A young, strong, 41-year-old soldier taken into ICE custody and is dead within hours. But I end where I began. Why the fuck was he ever taken into ICE custody to begin with? He was here legally. Why will Republicans get their butts whooped in November? Because of a story like this. And there are hundreds of these stories every single day. Because if the question's on the ballot, like if all of America in November just voted on this question, if all of America, right, had to vote on what happened to 41-year-old Muhammad Nazir Paktiwal, if this was on the ballot, a 41-year-old Afghan national who fought alongside American troops for over a decade in Afghanistan, saved the lives of some of our troops, put his life on the line every single fucking day for us. He's promised safe haven and citizenship. He comes here legally. He goes through all the steps that you got to do to become an American citizen. He does everything right. If this was put in front of the American people, should he have been detained? Should ICE have grabbed him? Man, I want America in November voting on that. Because I want to believe, I do believe I still live in a country where 90% of the American people are going to say, no, Joe. No, Joe. I got to live in a country. I'm going to live in a country where 70, 80% of MAGA is going to say, I love what ICE is doing, Joe, but this was a fuck up. This was a mistake. It's not who we are. This just must not be who we are. Hey, Cory Booker. No transition. Seriously? Like, and before you put it up, Keith, I just need to provide some context. After 11 years of Trump, after 11 years of my former political party getting down on their knees, prostrating themselves in front of Donald Trump, after 11 years of my political party, my former political party, damn near all of them just selling their souls to this guy. After everything Trump's done, every ugly, cruel, un-American, anti-democratic thing Trump has said and done, after Donald Trump lost an election, refused to accept the result, committed crimes trying to overthrow the election, after everything that Trump has done, and everybody in my former political party still sits with him, stands with him, bows to him, kneels in front of him. There are still Democrats hoping, after 11 years, hoping that Republicans might find some backbone. What the fuck? Cory Booker over the weekend, show it to me, Keith. Cory Booker over the weekend was on CNN with Jake Tapper. And Cory Booker said, he said this, word for word. Senator from New Jersey, I'm hopeful as we get closer to the November elections, Republicans will get a backbone and realize Donald Trump is an anchor. There are still Democrats that say this. There are still Democrats out there who hope Republicans will finally get some backbone. There are Democrats out there who still believe this could happen. Thanks, Keith. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It's like what John Kasich, remember Republican John Kasich said before the State of the Union? He pleaded with Donald Trump before his State of the Union to bring the country together and be uplifting and uniting. I don't believe John Kasich ever believed that Donald Trump would do that in his State of the Union. I think John Kasich said something like that because John Kasich wanted to feel good and wanted to bring attention to John Kasich. Same thing here with Cory Booker. I cannot believe that after witnessing my former political party become an authoritarian embracing cult, that Cory Booker all of a sudden believes and still believes that Republicans may finally stand up to him. That Republicans may find some backbone. No, I don't believe Cory Booker feels that. I think this is just bullshit. I think, again, this is disingenuous bullshit by Cory Booker to make Cory Booker feel good and somehow to make Cory Booker look like a saint or look like some sort of an angel, to bring attention to Cory Booker. Like, I still believe, man, I still believe that my colleagues, my Republican colleagues in the Senate and the House, I still believe they'll do the right thing and stand up to Trump. That's all about just tooting Cory Booker's horn. There's no fucking way. Let me put it this way. If Cory Booker still has hope that Republicans will find backbone between now and November, Cory Booker then has issues. then Cory Booker's got issues, real issues. I don't believe Cory Booker thinks that. I think people say these things to bring attention to themselves. These are dangerous things to say, though, because saying this kind of shit gives people out there hope, false hope, hopeless hope that my former political party in the House and the Senate's going to wake up and do the right thing between now and November. That ain't going to happen. And people shouldn't be thinking that or believing that right now. Cory Booker's job, as far as I'm concerned, Senator Booker, your job is to help rally the resistance, rally everybody to defeat what your Republican colleagues in the House and the Senate are. We got to defeat them. Democrats have to take back the House and take back the Senate, period. That, Cory Booker, should be your only job between now and November. A last thing this morning. I made a mistake yesterday. I put out a tweet yesterday, a post yesterday on all my platforms that I quickly realized wasn't consistent with what I'm trying to say. Keith, we got that tweet of mine? Thank you, my friend. Somebody, I retweeted this guy's tweet. He said that he blocked Fox News with parental controls at his parents' house. And now his mom keeps calling, asking why they can't watch their news programs on Fox. And this guy said, and this is how I truly believe we make America great again. And I retweeted that guy's tweet. And I said, this is fantastic. Right? This is fantastic. That's what we got to do. We got to block our parents from watching all the bullshit on Fox News. And if we can do that, that's how we'll make America great again. No, that's not right. And I keep that up for a sec, Keith. I quickly apologized for that. And here's why. And it's not easy to do. Look, that's funny, right? Blocking, using parental controls to block your parents from being able to watch Fox. That's funny. And when I saw it, I laughed, and that's why I retweeted it. That's hilarious, right? Wouldn't that be a great thing if we could all block our parents from watching Fox News 24 hours a day? It's funny, it's hilarious. But as I read that after I posted it, I thought, now that's a cheap shot of mine. You can take it down, Keith. That's a cheap shot. I have a rule. And it's not always an easy rule to live by, but I have a rule that I do not take shots at Trump supporters. I do not take personal shots at Trump voters because I used to be one. And because I feel these are people who've been lied to, deceived, bombarded with a bunch of bullshit and manipulated by Trump and all of his Fox News cheerleaders and all Republican elected officials. I make a distinction. I go after Trump with everything I've got. I'll go after everybody who works for Trump with everything I've got. I'll go after every single one of Trump's media sycophants and cheerleaders. I'll go after every one of my former colleagues in the House and the Senate. I'll go after everybody like that with everything I've got. I'll take every kind of shot in the world at Trump and all of them, but not Trump's voters. Not Trump's supporters. Again, because I used to be one. I used to help inflame them back in the day. I believe most of these folks are good folks who've just been repeatedly lied to every minute of every day for the past 11 years. I get and I admit and I say publicly, man, they're accountable for what they believe and they got to own it, but I'm not going to take personal shots at them. I engage with them every day. I try to help them find the right way, find the truth, understand that they're being lied to. And when I put that out there, after I looked at it, I thought that's taking a shot at that guy's parents who are just Trump voters and all the other older folk out there who listen and watch Fox News all the time. It may be funny to say, let's just take Fox News away from them, but that's not the right thing to do. And that's not ultimately how we will make America great again, right? We're not going to make America great again by getting rid of Fox News. That's not the answer. The way to make America great again is to get rid of Donald Trump, right? To help grow understanding in this country so we don't all hate each other, to get Americans to follow facts and the truth again, and try to begin to bring this country together. And that's not going to happen by just saying, let's just fucking take away Fox News. Ha, ha, ha. No, it's trying to understand why people watch Fox News 24 hours a day, how we can help reach these people who watch Fox News 24 hours a day. And by the way, again, my friends on the left, you love to laugh at these people. And I know when I posted my apology on all of my platforms for posting that original tweet, damn near all of my followers on the left said, Joe, you got nothing to apologize for. These people deserve to be laughed at. Hell yeah, let's take away Fox News. They're a bunch of dummies. Bullshit. And you thinking that ain't going to make America great again. You thinking that is a big part of our problem. Everybody demonizing Trump voters. You can demonize Trump and J.D. Vance and Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson till the fucking cows come home. But you demonize people who voted for him? You laugh at? You think these people are unreachable? They got to be pounded into submission? Bullshit. You won't ever have a unified country if you believe that. You won't ever have a country that stays together if you believe that. You will, if you believe that, and if you act on those beliefs, you will just do nothing but increase the hate and the fear in this country. Tough love. I deal with Trump voters with tough love, but not personal shots. Tough love. And that's how I think we all should deal with Trump voters. And just understand a moment here as I close. These are people who've been lied to, deceived, and manipulated every minute of every day for the past 11 years. Yeah, they own it. Yeah, they're accountable for themselves. But how about just a little bit of empathy? Go after the people who've lied to them. But how about a little bit of empathy and understanding for them? At least that's the way I'm going to proceed, which is why I apologize for that post. Thank you for letting me go on today, this Monday. Paxos.app, our tool to lawfully fight back against ICE. It's there. It's out there now, being used by immigrants and citizens all over the country. Go to Paxos.app. Check out the tool yourself. If you like it, share it with people you know. Share it with people who could benefit from it. Paxos.app. My Substack, Social Contract with Joe Walsh.substack.com. There it is. Everything I do, think, see, feel, hear, smell, taste, yell about, everything's on my Substack. Check it out. Social Contract with Joe Walsh.substack.com. Finally, you want to shoot me an email about anything, please do. The Social Contract with Joe Walsh @gmail.com. The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. That's all one word. Let's have a good week. Thanks, everybody. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.